Hello everyone, my name is Felsie, and in this ultimate practical guide I'm going to give you the 3 keys to manifesting your dream life. This is what's worked for me, and this is what's worked for my family, friends and past work colleagues as well. So if there's something you're interested in, I really want you to take the time, have a little bit of time alone and undisturbed, okay? And you also will need a pen and paper and maybe a journal if you have one, okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so key number 1. This one is to journal. In this one, this is the main key that has helped me the most, and a practice and a habit that you need to acquire in order to start your journey into manifesting. It's not just writing a Dear Diary blog, no. This is a practice to get yourself out of being pessimistic into optimism. I found when I was at university, I went through a bit of a rabbit hole with understanding positive psychology, and when I come across this one video by Simon Ward from the Cambridge University, he talked about how we make decisions are good for us when we are feeling in alignment with ourselves, and if we don't feel aligned, we don't end up attracting and doing the things that we want to do or having them things in our life. I'm going to show you quickly a video, just the same video but 2 different sounds, and see how your perception changes. So I'll do that now. Okay, so now you've watched the video. Notice how the first video is very chaotic, there's a lot of things going on, and it's almost like you want to hide, you want to get out of that experience, you want to stay in that taxi and you don't want to go outside, everything's very scary. But in the other video, the music is calm, time stretches, and you start to see the beauty in everything that's happening around you. Just all of a sudden everyone's more attractive, everything is more approachable. This is exactly what happens when you switch your mindset. When you switch to optimism, you find that you start seeing the opportunities that are in front of you. Now, how do you do this? How do you make your brain switch from pessimism and seeing everything is going against you and everything's going wrong in your life, and there's lots of things going wrong? How do you switch that from that victim mindset to then thinking that there is opportunity, there's good, and you are going to be on the road to manifesting? How do you do this? The first most practical step, and this is what I want you to do right now, is I want you to get into the habit of writing down 3 things you are grateful for. Now, it can be something like, I'm so grateful that I have a warm bed to sleep in. I'm so grateful that I have this phone. I'm so grateful that my mum is alive and well and I can talk to her on the phone today. It could be the most littlest of things, and even if you don't have a lot, the fact that you can breathe right now is enough to say something that you're grateful for. So now, some of you have been like, Felsie, I've listened to 100 videos, I've done this so many times, I'll just write all this down, blah blah blah, but nothing really happens. I get onto that in part 3. Okay, so stay with me, do this first, because this isn't one thing that you just start and then you stop doing. This is to try and get you into the habit of when you actually end up just walking around, whatever you end up doing in your life, you are noticing the good. You are noticing the simple little pleasures. You're noticing just the little things. Okay, so this is your first step. Okay, pause this video and do it right now. Thank you, well done for doing that. You've taken a good first step. Now let's go on to key number 2. So now we're on key number 2, and this one is a dream life meditation. The meditation I'm about to do, when I first listened to something similar to this, I was cleaning 7 days a week in a pub, and the only thing that would really get me through it is listening to a podcast, and this one podcast put me into a dream life scenario, a day in the life of the best version of myself. At first I had some images, but I was also working as well at the same time, so I couldn't really get into it, but I made it a practice to do it every single morning. When I'd start there at 6 a.m, I would put on my headphones and I would start to imagine. Now I have such a clear image of everything that is in my dream life. So please don't be worried that if you don't see anything or you really struggle to just calm, just persevere, just try again, try another time, and just keep practicing it. It takes time. So let's get into it. Okay, hello. You might have realised that I've got dressed. I have to film this in the morning because there was too much noise that afternoon, but here we go. So what I want you to do, make sure you're in a quiet room and that you can sit somewhere comfortable or laying down on a bed, whatever you feel is best. And we are going to start by having a few deep breaths in. I want you to be fully present with me right now, and don't shut your eyes yet, look at me. So we're going to take a big deep breath in and out, and in and out. Good. And I want you to shut your eyes. Shut your eyes with me now. Now I want you to focus on the top of your head, on the top of your scalp. And now I want you to focus on your forehead, the tops of your eyebrows. And just letting go of any tension in the forehead, the eyes, the cheekbones, the mouth and the jaw, just swinging loose and letting go now. And now I'm going to focus on the neck. And we're going to really relax them shoulders, letting the shoulders hang loose and relaxing the shoulders. We need to focus on the tops of your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, and your fingertips. Now I want you to move to your chest, just focusing on the movement of your chest going up and down, and the regular rhythm of your breath. Moving down now to your stomach, just really feeling relaxed, all the tension melting down, down to your hips. Your hips feeling very heavy, to your thighs now, relaxing and sinking into the chair or mattress, your knees, your calves, your feet and your toes. Any anxiety, any fear, any worries, just flowing all the way down and out through the bottoms of your feet. Good. Now I want you to imagine we're gonna open our eyes in the dream life in a minute, and I want you to imagine what you would look and feel like as the best version of yourself. What does your hair look like? Your face, your skin, your body, and just imagine how you feel. Now you've imagined how you feel, I want you to open your eyes in the dream life. I want you to imagine you're in a nice warm bed and you turn over and what do you see? Are you sleeping alone? Is someone sleeping beside you? How are they sleeping? Are they sleeping on their front, their back, their side? What colour hair do they have, if any at all? I then want you to look around your room. You see a bright golden light coming from a window. I want you to raise up out of your bed in your dream life, and I want you to walk over to this window. And what do you see? Do you have a view of some rolling hills, mountains, a beach, a city? What kind of noises do you hear? I want you to just take in the whole scene, every single detail. And I want you to think about what you do next. Do you go to the toilet? Do you go and make a hot drink? Do you go and wake up loved ones? And then I want you to imagine that you're getting ready. You're getting ready for a very good day, a normal day for you. I want you to think about how you're getting ready. What kind of clothes are you wearing? Good. And when you've imagined these clothes, I want you to feel some form of excitement for your day. What do you do next? How do you spend the perfect morning? Are you spending it with other people? Are you going to a dream job and hopping in a nice car? Are you going for a long walk or doing some sort of activity? What does that perfect morning look like to you? Once you've held that image in your mind, I want you to now imagine it's around lunchtime. What do you have for lunch? Are you having lunch with friends? Are you making something for you or a family, children? I want you to really imagine what kinds of foods you're eating. And I want you to come and think about the afternoon creeping in, and you're thinking about coming home. When you come home, I want you to really imagine that you're walking through your front door, and I want you to start to picture every little detail in your house, the layout of your house, how many floors it has, if it has any, the outside space, the kitchen, the living room, the bedrooms, the whole interior. Do you have pieces of furniture that you have made or collected or bought brand new? How is everything situated? I want you to imagine now that you're winding down for the evening. You're having dinner now. Are you having dinner alone? Are you having dinner with people, friends, family, loved ones? Are you cooking, or is someone else cooking? Or are you just going out for the evening? Now that you've imagined this perfect day is coming to an end, and now you're on your way to bed, you're feeling so happy and content with your day. You lift the covers, you get all snuggly in your quilt, and you feel beaming with gratitude for the day. In this moment, I want you to think of 3 things that you're so grateful for in your day. You are now ready to fall asleep in your dream life, content and fulfilled. Now I want you to take a big deep breath in with me in 3, 2, 1, in and out. And in and out. Good. When you're ready, you can start to flutter your eyes open and be back in the room with me. Thank you so much. I hope that you have enjoyed this meditation. It would be a good practice now to maybe write down any visions that you saw, or it might be good to just, if you didn't see anything at all, to then schedule another time to practice this, okay? And just keep on trying to do this practice, okay? Now I hope you have enjoyed this meditation. You can use this as your guidance, or please go and find, there's other ones online that you can listen to. My particular favourite YouTuber is Unlock Your Life. She has a very lovely voice to listen to, and she does a lot of hypnosis videos, so I highly recommend her. So hopefully right now you should be feeling calm. I hope that you're feeling calm, and I hope that so far you're feeling like you're getting a little bit closer to what manifestation really is. And if you don't, and you're still on the fence, great, because now this leads on to key number 3. Key number 3 is banishing self-doubt and investment in your future self. Okay, let's dive in. So along the way, you will find challenges, okay? There will be things going really, really good for you. You'll start to notice some changes, but then maybe something will happen. The tests. My old boss, for example, she's a cafe owner, and she would say to me, look, Felsie, I do the journaling, I do the meditations, I do the vision boards, I do this, I do that, and nothing's working. I said, right, okay, what happens? She said, well, I would go through and I would do all these things, and then I'll be feeling really positive, lots of good things are happening, and then all of a sudden, bosh, something goes wrong. I get slapped with a massive bill, staff leave, whatever the problem is. And I'm like, oh, okay. And how do you feel after that? And she looks at me and she says, well, I just feel frustrated and I feel like it just never works for me. And this is exactly the problem. Because deep down on the surface, you might be doing your vision boards, you might be doing your meditations and journaling every day and starting to see everything in a new light, but you must feel it, you must believe it on a deep, deep level. If you don't feel it on a deep level, the moment something goes wrong, then you link it to a past experience and then you reaffirm that past experience belief. So it's like the two are constantly contradicting each other. Here you are saying, I deserve to have a family one day, and then the minute that you don't have a positive line on your pregnancy test, you're saying in the other hand, oh, I will never get pregnant. Do you see how it's not working? Do you see the confusion? It's because there's a past experience that you're clinging on to, a past identity you're clinging on to, and it's really, really hard to change. So when something happens like this, you must see it as an opportunity to learn. Okay, this has happened to me. What can I learn from it? What do I need to change? Is there anything that could have been helped? Some cases, no. Some cases, these things just happen. Maybe they happen to test you, they happen to challenge you, okay? If you keep to the standard of, okay, this is a hiccup, but I trust myself, I know that I can get through this, it will figure itself out. It always does, right? You're changing that pessimistic view, that bad thing you've labelled to happen as now an opportunity to change, an opportunity to grow. Okay, so when these things happen, that is one big thing. Also, your choices need to match the person that you want to become. There's no point doing all of this and then not trying to be your future self, right? Because as much as you can sit and believe these things, your actions have to replicate it as well, right? And now some people, like myself, something I've had to learn through people pleasing, there's past actions that I used to do that I used to think, well, it's things people would ask of me, and immediately I would say yes. I would be like, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, no problem, oh, yeah, no problem. And then I'd end up draining my energy, or I'd end up spending a lot of money. We've all done this, right? I didn't give myself a moment to check in whether that was really good for me. Right? So next time you get asked something, or someone asks you something to do, it's normally other people that can test you as well. So anytime that something's happened or someone asks you something, I really want you to say, instead of saying yes, instead of saying maybe no, I want you to say, okay, this sounds good. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. You're not saying no, you're not agreeing, but you're allowing yourself time. The other person's not going to be offended that you said this. If they do, then I really want you to then, when you have the time to yourself, and you haven't got distractions, then I really want you to sit with that decision and ask yourself whether it is expanding you, whether it is something your future self would do, and something that you see some opportunity. Sometimes it could be something that is a little scary and you're not too sure. You're like, oh, I don't know, it's really out of my comfort zone. But if you think about after you've done it, how will you feel? As long as your needs are met before you do the thing and after the thing, truly, how does that make you feel? Do you feel a little bit lighter? Do you feel like deep down you know it's a good decision? Or does the decision make you feel retracted a little bit? Like a little piece of you is gone, or a little piece of your confidence, a little piece of, you just feel like some sort of invasion where you don't feel like it was the right thing. This also takes time. This also takes practice. It's taken me a long time, okay? So don't think that you're going to be perfect and you're going to be on the road. It's a long journey. I am still in my early stages of manifesting my true life, and you know, even now, I stopped smoking a long time ago, but if I'm with a big group of friends and we might have had a drink and they offer me a cigarette, really hard for me to turn it down. And I still have a cigarette with my friends. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to sacrifice my dream life. We're human. We make mistakes. And as long as we recognise it, over time it will get to a point where we won't need to do that anymore because we've completely changed. So please don't feel guilty when you don't always make the decisions that are best for you, okay? Give yourself some peace. So guys, we are now coming to the end of this video. The sun is going down here, so I'm gonna end very shortly. I want you to go away with some homework, some practical things you can implement in your day-to-day. Please keep up with the gratitude and writing it down until you get to a point that you're doing it without thinking about it. And number 2, I want you to listen to this meditation or a meditation on other platforms, like I said, Unlock Your Life, at least twice, 3 times a week at the minimum. And even you can start looking at doing a vision board and, you know, getting similar aesthetic photos and putting it into making it your screensaver on your phone, for example, printing it out and putting it on a canvas, okay? Whatever you would like to do, but I really want you to start being very specific in your dream life and what it looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like, everything, okay? So I want you to do that. And anything else? Yes, trust you, trust your abilities, have confidence in you. And I'm going to end my video with 3 gratitudes. I'm so grateful for my majority of my followers are Moroccan from my last videos that I posted while I was there. I'm so grateful for your support and your love and your believing in me. I'm so grateful to have this camera to be able to do this vlog for you today. And I'm so grateful that I am on my road as well as you are in achieving our dream lives. Ciao for now.